I'm Anel Carmona. I am originally from Mexico, as well as my parents and all my family, Guadalajara to be more specific. I first came to New York for theater school, first musical theater. Later on, I got my master's in playwriting, and now I am keeping to pursue and advance my career as both as a playwright as an actor.
My name is Paul Edwards, and I am a director and an actor, and I'm deaf in my left ear.
So my name is Ricardo Montt. I am originally from Chile, and I came to New York to be in the master's program in the actor studio. That's where I met Anel and Paul and Maria Cristina and everybody in Captive Pilgrim.
My name is Maria Cristina Pimiento, and I'm from Colombia.
I'm crazy as well.
No, Korean, of course not. I just think it's just better for everybody if you stay here only for a little longer.
The way the whole journey with Captive Pilgrim started, if you go back to the beginning of it, it was the first time when I read this short story by Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
Captive Pilgrim is a play about a woman who mistakenly gets put into an asylum. She sort of just arrives there and asks to use the phone to call her fiance, boyfriend, husband, to come help her out. But in the midst of all that, there's confusion, and she gets put into the asylum. And Captive's in the title. It is like a feminist piece. I would definitely say so. That we see that like a woman who is completely misunderstood, misrepresented, and throughout the course of the play sort of loses her identity, and she kind of fights her way through every single obstacle to the best of her ability. So I think right there, yes, it's a feminist play.
So I think something very important about this play is it's a lot about credibility and reasons, like whose reasons are more believable than whose, and who is judged or misjudged for whatever they do or whatever they say, what is really the truth sometimes. And I think at this point it happens to be a relevant story in a world in which you really don't know what's true anymore. You hear a lot of things that people say, things that the media say, but it's really hard to know what is the truth actually. You really don't know. You have to make your best bet.
Yeah, it's necessary to start talking about the boundaries and the social behavior, especially definitely towards women, that we are kind of like getting used to it. We are so used to see. We're so used to demand from women to be in a certain way or to accept the way we behave, the things we say. And it's rude. It's not good. It's not okay. It's not okay.
I have to say, there's something that I have always said to Anel. Anel for me is a precious treasure for me. I had always admired her work as a playwright. Working with her for the first time, it was first of all an honor, because I admire her work. I admire her mind. It's a very fantastic, delicious mind, playful. So it was an honor that she invited me to this play, to Captive Pilgrim. The good thing of working with Anel is that she's very clear with what she wants and what she has written, but she also let you explore as a kid the text, what she has written. So there's no limits to our creativity or imagination. to bring alive those characters that she has written. And also the fact that she find Paul to direct this play was the perfect combination.
Every art, the art, by definition, it needs to be free, and it needs to be, it's just expression. And I think we all need to have the right to express ourselves. Working with her now was fantastic. She's such a beautiful soul. She's such a nice girl, smart, and the fact that she was so open to collaborate with all of us, first of all, to give us the chance to have a full Spanish spoken cast, and then to collaborate all together was, she opened her house, her mind, her soul to us, and let us come and enjoy the party of the creation of this play. It was fantastic. I'm grateful for her to let me collaborate with her and collaborate with all this amazing group of people.
I have a hard time finding a text or a play that I can really identify with as a Mexican middle-class immigrant, if you want to put it that way. And I know that I'm not the only one. A lot of Spanish actors have this problem because we are told once and once again, you don't look Mexican, Hispanic, Colombian, Spanish, whatever, because you're light, your skin is too light. We get it all the time. I like to write something in which a Spanish story that it's not about immigration and that it's not about, and not that there's anything wrong with those stories, but there is more to that. And I like to have the opportunity to have a whole Spanish cast telling a Spanish story that has nothing to do with the American context. It's just that story that speak about humans. They happen to be Spanish. A lot of people from the cast, they told me that I loved being part of this because I couldn't it was hard for me to be cast as Latina because they have a completely different idea of what a Latina is when we are just such a diverse kind of human ethnicity or race or whatever you want to call it.
I love working on new works that are definitely underrepresented in the theater scene, in the film scene, in that kind of world. And Anel is a crucial voice in the community because we hardly ever see plays that have a Hispanic background to them that is very strong, that is also maybe not necessarily completely about being Hispanic, but it still comes through strongly in her writing. Her culture is there 100%.
Well, doing a first reading for any kind of play, it's, to begin with, it's part of work in progress. I don't know, you don't sit there to see a final product, but you see what's your next step with that? What do you see working in front of an audience? What do you see not working? What do you think could be improved for the next draft? That's the first objective with having a public reading. I was pretty nervous, to be honest, to see it. I was trying to stay focused and try to read the audience or feel the room to see what was working and what wasn't. I certainly got a little ideas. Also, some people gave me great feedback, so I guess I'm going to let it rest for a few days and try to work on my next draft to see what am I going to do next with this play.
I mean, I will be thrilled and so happy for Anel and for myself if Anel succeed in terms of giving a voice to this community, to our community.
In the future, I see myself, I want to keep writing and I want to keep acting, but mostly my objective now is to tell relevant stories. I would like to stay in America. I need to apply for an artist visa for this, which I'm already in the middle of. I have a lot of upcoming projects and companies that are interested to work with me, and I'm interested to work with. I want to keep developing my material, especially with Captive Pilgrim. I really want to bring it to stage in the next 1 or 2 years. Yeah, mostly for the next couple of years, I would like to get that visa to stay in America to keep developing this kind of storytelling that I have been working on.